Hello and welcome to Narrowcast Boxing. It's July 18th, 2019. In this episode, I'll be giving my thoughts on the most significant boxing match of this weekend, the fight which I'm most excited for and would highly recommend, and that is Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. I'm expecting Keith Thurman to win this fight decisively. I think a large reason why people are picking Pacquiao is because he looked good in his last fight against Adrian Broner, whereas Keith Thurman looked pretty vulnerable against Jose Cito Lopez. Thurman in that fight has really never looked worse, whereas Pacquiao put on a dominant performance. I see Keith Thurman at this point in time having too many advantages over Manny Pacquiao, and these include youth, height, reach, and size. I think Thurman has power at least equal to Manny Pacquiao at this point. I also think that Keith Thurman has a more dynamic offense, and I also believe that he has the fresher legs, while Pacquiao looked pretty flat-footed in his last fight against Adrian Broner. To sum this up, I think that people have been caught up in Manny Pacquiao's last couple of performances and have neglected the fact that he's really not the fighter that he was in 2011. He's an old boxer who has fought B-level competition since losing to Floyd Mayweather, and that was a fight which took place 4 years ago. As someone who's fairly new to boxing, I don't really have any nostalgia for Manny Pacquiao like others do, and I've never really considered myself a fan of his, although I do enjoy watching him fight. I've noticed that fans can often get swept away and no longer think rationally about a fighter. I started watching Manny Pacquiao post Marquez 4, and to me he's a fighter who's long past his best days, and at the end of the day he's a 40-year-old welterweight. I've gone through the rankings of welterweights in preparing this episode, and there are barely any in the top 100 who are 35 years old, much less 40 years old. Unless Keith Thurman's inactivity and injuries have really caught up with him, or he sustains a serious injury either in the fight or in training camp, I think he beats Manny Pacquiao convincingly. I've debated this fight with myself and with others, and I keep coming back to that initial thought. I'm leaning strongly towards Thurman in this one. There are many potential outcomes for this fight, which I could get into, but I'll hold off on that and tell you to watch the fight, enjoy the fight, and we'll see what happens. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.